Okay, so we know that punctuation plays a role. And so it's really interesting is that this was kind of backed up on Twitter in a thread a couple years ago. So someone posted this. It's kind of cool how our generation has created actual tone in the way we write online, like whether we write properly with perfect grammar. That's me. Shorthand everything, use capitals to emphasize the point, use extra letters or characters for emotion, and much more. It means we can have casual conversations, effectively make jokes using things like sarcasm, that's usually hard to understand without context, and much more. This incorrect English is really open to avenues of online conversation that isn't accessible with correct English, which is pretty interesting. And this woman retweeted this, and she has a master's in sociolinguistics, and she totally agrees. So some people started jumping on this thread, and this person said, my favorite has to be capitalizing important words because it has this weird, complex meaning. It can be used for normal emphasis, but it can also be used for subtle mocking. And we see this all the time. For example, I think that was the point versus, wow, he just destroyed you with facts and logic. Another example, the new internet grammar using question marks, not to denote questions, but just upturns in voice so that a tentative statement gets a question mark, but a flatly delivered question doesn't. So the first example, why would you do this, reads more as an assertion, even though technically it's a question. And the response, it just seems right. Even though it's not a question, we read it with that upward tone, the intonation at the end. So question for you. Any more examples that you use in your everyday life? Put it in the collaborate board on the next slide.